My name is Tasneem. I'm the senior manager at 98 percentile in the HR department. And today we did a wonderful drive with XLR. It was amazing right from the very beginning, from the very first day when I got in touch with them till today. I think it was an extremely smooth journey with them. There were multiple follow-ups done by the representatives in order to check that we would be, what time would be coming, how many people would be coming, what vehicle we would get. To that extent, they were so precise in giving all the information to us. It was extremely great to get associated with them and have a drive at XLR campus. So we are very, very happy that we got a chance to do this. Now, coming to the students, what XLR had, I think they were extremely enthusiastic. They were well prepared. They were aware of what they are coming for. I think there was some back-end preparation which they did that was commendable. They also were very confident and they were open to any kind of thing we were asking them to do. That was I think the best part. Now, I really hope we have a very, very fruitful association with each one of them and XLR in future. We are really looking forward to have many more drives like this.
Hi everyone, my name is Prachi Sharma and I'm the Senior Project Manager for IT Department at 90th percentile. So today we were here for this IT bootcamp, right, this technical drive and at XLR. So it was a great experience and I would feel that the students, they are the freshers, right, but it doesn't seem like that. So if I talk about their technical and cognitive ability, they all seems pretty good in that and that's what I felt. And I guess they have been taught pretty well at XLR, so that's how they have performed good in their aptitude and the technical tests. So I wish them all the best and it was a very great experience over here.
Technology Consulting Manager from 98th percentile. We visited XLR for the campus placement drive and it went very well today. Ms. Ambika, Ms. Pragati, everyone received us greatly here and we had a lot of enjoyable time here. The students even had great experience with us. They were interactive, they had good aptitude and all the technological skills they showed. I think they were all well and we really appreciate their time that they spared to us and I think we will be doing a great job. We are expecting a lot of people to be hired from them. Let's see. it was a great experience altogether.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
From entering into this cyber tower to exiting out of this tower, the XLR team has been received me with such a care and pleasure.
I am the part of this XLR since 4 months. From the third month itself, they have conducted the placement sessions from the third month itself, and this is the fourth month, and this is the 98th percentile. One of the placement drive I have attended so far, and attending to this drive is such a good experience for me. All the HRs and the team made us feel very comfortable and confident.
XLR helped me a lot, and I experienced a lot of things today. So I'm really hope to be I placed in that company. I'm confident about that. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, you're good.
Okay. So, wonderful day. And, that I can share my screen so everyone. So, we just need to.
Well, actually, there is a glitch in the voice. Can you please check it once? Actual voice is breaking. Guys, just 2 minutes. There is some technical issue. So, sir will rejoin, okay? Yes, guys, we are working on it. Good evening, all of you. I hope you're done with your tea and coffee and fresh you are sitting here in the session. Very good. Guys, sir is joining. Between that, if you have any query or question for me regarding to the LMS, anything else, let me know. Okay. I am new to this, so please tell me where I can find the last lecture and how to proceed with the signing up for attendance. So Mohit, you can do one thing. Drop an email to edl@xla.com. Our team will give you the LMS access and registration link. Okay. So I'm dropping the email ID to you. I am not visible, sir. What do you want to say? YouTube participant, are you there? Very good. Very good. Yes, Cap, absolutely. First, we're done with the cloud, then we'll start with the DevOps. We are here. Great. Leela Kumari, you're not there? Then who is messaging? We will receive the certificate of this course. Yes, definitely you will receive, but 60% attendance is mandatory to get the certificate of participation. So make sure that on a daily basis, you're marking your attendance. So guys, don't who join today as a first day. No need to worry about that as we are done with the 2 days only. So definitely you're not going to miss your attendance or you're not going to miss your any classes going forward. Definitely you will get your certificate. Feedback form is nothing but attendance form. Na absolutely right, Amrita. And how will I know what I has been done in previous two classes? To do one thing, you can go to the recording sessions. Okay, I'm seeing that lots of participants are joining today as a first day. Yeah, no problem, guys. You can go through the recordings. For how many days the class will be there? The class will be there for 15 days, 30 hours. We are done with the 2 day. Today is third day. Okay. How to mark attendance? So, guys, we are going to share the attendance link in the chat box. Okay. At 8:30. You will get that attendance link over the LMS as well. Good evening, guys. Where is the recordings? Recordings over the LMS. Let me check the comments or the YouTube as well. Okay. Yeah, I answered that question. Saturday there is no any classes. On weekend there is no any classes. Our classes on Monday to Friday weekdays. Okay. I am fresher. It's my first day. Welcome, welcome. Those who are there on first day, guys, warm welcome to the 30 hours training program on cloud computing and DevOps. Sir, can I understand today's lecture is my first? Definitely. But audio is not proper. Hey, it's proper. Definitely. You can go through the LMS recording. It's proper. Can I join through the YouTube? Yes, you can join through the YouTube or Zoom from anywhere. Sir, when we get a recording session, so if we are going to done with today's session today only, tomorrow you will get the recorded session. Okay. So guys, those who not receive the LMS access, so I'm sharing the registration link once again. So if you not receive the LMS access, you can do a registration. Then our team will give you the LMS access. Okay. Pallavi, when that program is done, अटेंडेंस कैसे लगाना है सर. सो अटेंडेंस लगाने के लिए आपको यहाँ पे सेशन में रहना पड़ेगा टिल लास्ट मोमेंट. My Hindi is not that much good, sorry guys. So you have to be there till the last moment and we'll share the attendance link. हम attendance link share करेंगे आपके साथ 8:30 को. Okay. And you will get that attendance link over the LMS as well. Yes, Apeksha, tell me what's your question. You raise the hand, help me with your question as well. Okay. Uh, do we have complete access to the recordings or this is a certain period like 6 months or limited period? Very good question, Muktesh. So coming to the LMS, that access will be due for lifetime. Okay. Hello, sir. I feel the account details correct, but then also it's not getting verified. So in such scenario, go and forget your password. What are the criteria for getting the certificate about attending the lecture like time? So Sharvari, we have to mark the attendance. So 60% attendance, minimum 60% attendance is mandatory to get the certificate. Okay. Sir, you're not visible. I not turn on my camera. That's why I'm not visible. How many classes, sir? So we have 15 days with us and we are done with the 2 days, 13 more days to go by calculating today. Okay. Yes, Sharvari, every month we used to launch 2 3 training programs. Okay. So definitely.
Good evening, everyone. Sorry for disturbance. So there seems to be some technical issue from my end. I hope my audio is clear for everyone, right?
Yes, now it's loud and clear. So, guys, I will take your question in last 10 minutes. Now, for now, you can focus on the class, okay?
Yes. So there seems to be issue with my network router. So, just bear me for some time, okay? So I hope everyone are seeing my screen. All right. So yesterday, what have we done? We just tried to launch two servers, that is EC2, Linux, and Windows servers, correct? So to launch those servers, what are the parameters that are required? So that we are going to discuss now. Okay. So as we have seen, for launching this instance, these are the parameters that is required for launching a server. That is nothing but AMI, key pair, security group, EBS, user data, and the network and instance type. Okay. So what have we done yesterday? We have just tried to create a key pair, correct? And we just try to understand on selecting the AMI. We have tried to select the required instance type like T2.micro, T3.micro, M series, R series, correct? We have also selected AMIs, that is for the Windows machines, AMIs and the Linux machine AMIs, and whatever the software distributions that is required as part of a server launch. I hope these concepts are clear for everyone. We have selected three aspects yesterday, correct? Were everyone are clear on these aspects yesterday what we have launched? Okay. So now what we're gonna do, we will be trying to create a security groups. Okay. So even this is one of the important aspects for launching a server. Security group is nothing but a firewall. Okay. Firewall means whatever the traffic that we are trying to receive from the internet to launch a server. Okay. That's nothing but a security group. So we have a different rules that are actually needed to launch a server. That means inbound rules and the outbound rules that we are trying to understand. Okay. So let's try to see what is a security group here. Let me see that. So log into the console, everyone. Once you logged in, just try to select EC2. Okay. On the left side of the screen, on the dashboard, you see a security groups option. You can see my screen, right? Just select that. Did everyone open that? So now here, once you just try to see, there are different security groups which are created. So now what we are trying to do here, security groups on the left side of the screen on the dashboard. Once you type EC2 dashboard, we will see a security group option here. Just see. Yes. Yes. So once you try to select that, click on create security group. Okay. What is a security group? You can see by the definition, you need to understand. A security group acts as a virtual firewall for your instance to control inbound and outbound traffic. Okay. So that means this is nothing but a firewall to receive the traffic and to send the traffic from the machine. That means once you launch a server, for example, you need an internet connection, correct, to the server. So what we do need, we just need to have a firewall rule set up here. So this is a virtual firewall inside the cloud environment. In general, at your home, for example, you are having a physical computer, correct? When you need an internet connection, what is an option that we are supposed to have? We need a router and we need a public IPs that ISP vendor is to trying to configure in your router, then you'll try to receive an internet connection. You are getting my point? That means without a network connectivity, you won't get an internet connection, right? That means inside the router, the public IP address is configured so that the incoming traffic will be generated through a public IP address via the firewall, and then you'll be getting an internet connection to the computer. So in the same way, in the virtual cloud environment as well, to launch a virtual server, what do we need? We need a firewall setup. That means a rule has to be created. So that will be done through a security group. Okay. So you can see security group name. So that means yesterday what we have done, we tried to launch two servers. One is Linux server, one is Windows server, correct? So we will try to see, we have to create two security groups individually. That is, for the Linux server, we need to create a separate Linux security group. For a Windows server, we need to create a Windows security group. Understood? So here the security group name we have, let us try to create one security group that is nothing but a Linux security group. Just try to give a name as Linux security group. Alright. And the description you can try to rename it as hello SSH access to Linux servers. That means you see when you're trying to connect a Linux server, we have a command line interface window, right? That is nothing but a shell window. So to launch a Linux servers, what kind of a command protocol we need? SSH protocol, right? So when you're trying to enable this security group, it will try to enable SSH. Okay. So we will try to have a description just for an understanding purpose. Everyone try to select this, right? Yes, you people also trying to go and create a security group. You can also launch a server as well. Okay. Just go and try to create a security group. We'll try to create two security groups. One is Linux security group, one is Windows security group. First, we are trying to create a Linux security group here. All right. And once you come down, there is an option called inbound rules. Here, we are required to define the rules. What is required to launch a server? Okay. Let us try to click on add rule. You can see, click on add rule, inbound and outbound. The difference between inbound and outbound means whatever the traffic, whatever the network connection that is coming to the server, that is nothing but an inbound. So what is outbound? Whatever the connection, whatever the traffic that is trying to go from the server over the internet, that is outbound. So you can see by default, any traffic that is trying to come up to your server, I just allowed as an all traffic 0.0. It is by default selected. Okay. That means anything I can try to have an outbound connection rules. Okay. Outbound traffic has been enabled here. So inbound, that means what kind of an activity it's like, what kind of a connection I need from the server to the outside internet, that I can try to define. If you try to doesn't define anything, your server doesn't have any connection from your server to internet connection. So here I will try to add the protocol. As I told you, Linux server will have a ports. That is nothing but an SSH protocol, right? We will try to enable SSH port here so that you can connect your Linux machine over the command line interface. All right. So let us try to add SSH here. Everyone, click on SSH. If you SSH, and here the port number is for the SSH servers. Okay. And then here custom. That means if you have an IPv4 IP address servers, IPv6. These are two types of a versions that can be enabled from the server. So by default, we are using IPv4 technology. That means your IP address will be in the 4 octets. We'll just try to default register, all right, and then select 0.0.0. Just try to select this option in the inbound rules. That means I can try to access SSH terminal, so anyone can try to connect. Okay, so my server can be accessible through SSH port. That means 0.0.0. That means there is no restrictions. I'm trying to add a rule. Just try to add this rule, and by default, did everyone try to do it? Can you go and try to click on save, create security group here? Everyone try to create it. Once you select, can you go and try to create here, create security group? Just try to create that. Have you created? Okay, just a moment. Let me look into that. Am I audible now? Have you created a security groups? Yes. Just please go and try to create a security group. Just open. Okay. So let's give some time for others as well while creation. Guys, everyone created? Okay. Just you want me to repeat again? Go to security groups on the left side and create security group. Give it a name here. and try to add an inbound rule. And inside the inbound rule, just try to add a port here. Okay, 0.0.0 and try to add an SSH. All right, just try to do that. What happened, Omkar? You are able to do it? I need a confirmation. I see a response from only few. Select security group, type Linux SG, and select the VPC. Okay, so I have created successfully a security group. So inbound rules is by default SSH. Outbound rules, it is by default, right? All traffic. That means any traffic that has to go from my system to over the internet, that can be enabled with all traffic. But here inbound, any traffic that has to be has to enable SSH. Okay, I'm just trying to enable. So if you try to enable SSH, you can connect the Linux machine to SSH CMD2. Okay, that I'll do you now. So just already create. You try to type in Linux as let's see. Let me reshare my screen. Just a moment. So you see, I just created a Linux. Let's create one more security group that is nothing but Windows security group. Okay, let's give it a name as Win Security Group. That means for launching a Windows servers, we are trying to create a security group. All right. I'm just trying to give it a name as Windows SG. Okay. And the description I'm just trying to mention as allows RDP access to Windows servers. Okay. RDP access allows RDP access to Windows Server. So here we have already created a Linux security group. We are trying to create a Windows security group. Just go and try to do it, everyone, please. So here also we have the same concept. Okay, inbound rules and the outbound rules. As I told you, someone had a question about what is Linux security group. Yesterday, you people remember we launched two servers, right? Let me try to open that. I'm just trying to explain in terms of a diagram, okay, so that that would be easier for you to understand. So I'm just trying to create in a I hope everyone are able to see my screen. Yes? All right. So now you should understand by seeing this diagram. Okay. For example, these are the two servers. Assume that these are the two virtual servers. Okay. So when from my computer, I'm just trying to launch a server in the AWS console. Okay. Correct. Once I'm trying to launch a server, you can see when I'm trying to connect a server, it opened a command line interface, right? That means it just opened a black interface, black window. Correct. So how that SSH tool SSH. Okay. If you enable this port, then the server will be launched with a command line interface. And again, when you try to launch a Windows Server yesterday, you remember we tried to open a small window screen with a virtual server inside your machine, your computer. How it worked? Because you enabled the RDP port. That's why you're able to see that. Okay. So whatever the traffic, whatever the network traffic that is going from your Linux server to outside of your server to the internet, that is nothing but an outbound traffic. Okay. And whatever the traffic that is trying to receive to your server, that is nothing but incoming traffic. So while incoming traffic, what I try to enable SSH port. That's why you are trying to connect the server. And here as well, RDP, who are trying to access from your local computer, you are connecting the Windows server. So what kind of a port is needed? RDP port is enabled. That's why you are able to connect to the server, right? So when I'm trying to open remote RDP, when I'm trying to type the IP address, why I'm able to connect the server? It's because you enable the RDP port from your cloud console. It's because all these activities are managed by where? All these activities are managed over the firewall. Okay, this is nothing but a firewall. So this firewall we are calling as a security groups. Okay, so these security groups are definitely important. Without these security groups, you cannot have an incoming connection and outgoing connection. That you need to understand, everyone. You are coming understanding, right? So this SSH, RDP, these are nothing but a ports. Okay, let me try to show you how it will be there. If you see my screen, you can see network ports. All right. The port is nothing but a protocol. Okay. Let me try to show you that. Just so you can see a port. Like in our physical computer, we have a port, right? Like a USB port, Ethernet port, and the aux port, right? In the same way, we have a port for virtual cloud server as well. In that way, we have a virtual port. So you can see for a different application, we have different. You can see port number 20 file transfer protocol and HTTP port 443. Correct? These are the ports. In the same way, Linux server, the Windows server also have a port that is nothing but an SSH port and RDP port. All right. If I try to click on this, for example, SSH port number. The port number for SSH is 22. You can see, and RDP port. The port number for RDP is nothing but 3389. So this is nothing but a remote desktop protocol. So the port is something, it's a functionality to make an application work. All right. So that's why we're just trying to create the security group by enabling that port itself. For example, if I try to open the Linux security group, you can see What is the port number it has been enabled? I'll show you. The port number for SSH is nothing but a 22 port. And for the port number for RDP, it's nothing but a 3389. For example, if I need to enable additional port, you can see for a different application, we have a display run. You can see SMTP, DNS, DHCP, HTTP, IMM, LDAP, HTTPS. What is the port number for HTTP? Anyone? Can anyone guess? What is the port number for HTTP? What is the port number for HTTP? Or use the discuss of the cloud subject. What is meant by port HTTP? HTTP is nothing but a website protocol. Okay, so that whenever you try to type a website, you see that definitely there should be a port. For example, you can see number for HTTP 80. If I try to enable HTTP port, you will able to see the HTTP secure protocol. Okay, so you can see if I try to enable HTTP, you will be able to load the website. Okay, I'll just try to. This is the 80 port, correct? When I'm trying to enable HTTPS, it will be enabled with a 443. So based on our requirement, we will try to enable this port. Okay, just to give you know, I'll just try to cancel this. We will try to look into this, how it can be done. Now you created a 3 ports, right? I mean, 2 security groups, correct? So let us try to create a Windows security group, access to Windows server. And inbound rules. What port has to be enabled here? Can anyone guess? What port has to be enabled here? RDP. I think someone responded RDP. RDP means I'm trying to enable the inbound connection as RDP from your in perspective of inbound routes. That means anyone can access this server over the RDP port. That means inbound connection. That means incoming traffic. Okay. So who can access? Anyone from the local internet. That means 0.0.0. Because output cloud console will know my IP. Correct. If I want to restrict to specific IPs, I can try to enter some IPs. For example, my computer IP is, if I try to type IP config, you can see this is my IP address. If I try to enter this IP address, only my system can access this server over RDP port. Okay. If you try to enter your IP address, then you only be able to access this server over the internet. Correct? So if I try to click on 0.0.0, anyone can access this particular Windows server over the RDP port. So that's why I'm giving as 0.0.0. All right. So I'm trying to enable this. I'll keep the outbound rule as a default and clicking on create security. Let's go and create it. Guys, everyone created security group, Linux security group and the Windows security group. We have created 2 security groups here. Okay, and what is the port that has been enabled in SSH? 22 port number is the SSH port. Okay, for RDP, which port we have to enable? 3389 port has to be enabled for the RDP act. Vijay Kumar, you said that inbound rule count is 0. Which one you are trying to mention? Inbound rule, right? Yes, the source should be 00 and the type should be RDP. Okay, just go and do that. That's it. I hope everyone do that. Did we create a 2 security group? If I go to the security group, I'll just type. You can see Linux SD. Okay, Linux security group. SSH port should be enabled. Okay, I hope everyone enabled that. 22 port number should be enabled. And for Windows security group, 3389 port number should be enabled. Okay. You can see for Windows security group, we have enabled 3389 port. You can see RDP TCP 3389. Just please go and do that. Yes, the inbound traffic should be 0.0.0 only. That is correct only. What happened, Vijay? Under create security group, you have an inbound traffic, right? Here you need to add a rule, Vijay. What doubt you have? Click on add rule. Is it clear, Vijay? Click on add rule and type RDP port here and type 0.0.0 and then save. That's it. Is it clear, Vijay? Vijay, what happened? Inbound and outbound should be same. No, outbound is all traffic. That means from your server, whatever the traffic it has to go, you have enabled everything. If you want to load everything, you can try to enable all. But inbound traffic, you are trying to enable only for RDP. That means anyone can connect your server through RDP port only. Okay. Is there anyone who is facing issues while creating security groups? Just let me know if Linux security group and Windows security group is created. Yes or no? If you try to do this, then only you will be able to launch the server. Everyone created Linux and security groups and Windows security groups. Yes or no? How about others? Okay. So my part, that means I had a key pair, I have a security group, I can select AMI, I can select the instance type. Okay. Now the network part, we will be trying to discuss in deep in the network classes. For now, we will try to use the default network which is already provided in the console. Okay. we will be trying to use the default network which is already in the console. Is that clear? So we will be using the default network and we will be trying to launch the server with the help of a key pair. We will be selecting the Amazon machine image if it is Linux or Windows. We will be selecting T2.micro, T3.micro, and we will be selecting Linux security group or Windows security groups. So this is the requirements to launch a server. Is everyone clear on this aspect? Okay. Let's go to the cloud console now. Okay. So everyone come back to the EC2, type EC2 and come to the EC2 section and go to the instances page. You see there is an instances page, right? Just go there. Okay. So everyone into the instance page, click on the launch instance. Now just try to follow the step-by-step process and approach, whatever I'm trying to suggest, so that you can try to launch a server. Okay. Just click on launch instance, everyone. So what kind of a server we'll try to launch first? Linux server, correct? We will try to type it as Linux server. All right. And then I've just given a name, that is Linux server. Now we will try to select the image, that is nothing but an AMI. As we have discussed yesterday, what is an AMI? AMI is nothing but a pre-configured software image which are required to launch a server. That means inside this AMI, by default, operating system will be installed, default applications and the required dependency files will be installed by default. It is kind of a virtual image that is required to launch the server, correct? Now, as I'm trying to launch the Linux server, what option I need to click on here? We need to browse more AMIs. Okay. On the left side, you need to go to the quick start AMI. You can see my screen, quick start AMI. At the quick start AMI, you need to click on free tier only and Linux Windows. Okay. Now select the free tier and Linux. Once you click on launch instance, you can see once you click on launch instance, you will be seeing this option. Give it a name. And under the Amazon machine image, click on browse more AMI. Click on browse more AMI. Samaita Bakery. Is that clear? You need to click on browse more AMI. And then click on free tier only and all Linux. You can see why are we selecting free tier? Because under the free tier account, you are trying to do a lab session. Correct? If you try to not select this free tier, then it will be a chargeable services which will be displayed. You can see the tag free tier eligible, free tier eligible. These are the things, right? These are the images that you can be able to launch so that you won't incur any charges. That you need to understand. So once you try to select the free tier, select the first machine. You can see I'm selecting the first machine. Click on select. Guys, you selected? So come down. I'm done with AMI selection. Slowly come down. Next, what is the type? Instance type. That means I need to select here the instance type. What is the instance type? How much CPU I need, how much memory I need, and what is the utilization, what is the storage. Everything will be defined, correct? So, as we have discussed yesterday, I need to select only T2.micro and the pretar eligible. Apart from this, if you select anything, you will be incurring charges. Okay, don't select anything. If you try to select anything, you will be incurring charges. You can see there are different types of instances. See this? T2.micro, T3.micro, T4.large. All right. So there are different instance types which we are not supposed to select. We are selecting only the pretar related only. I'm going to cancel here. Just type T2.micro. That's it. Then the search type T2.micro, you will be able to use that. So that it will be coming under pretar eligibility. Okay. Yes, even T3.micro is also fine. T3.micro is not pretar eligible in this region. So don't select that. Only select T2.micro pretar eligible. And make sure you always need to log into the same region that you're trying to practice every day. I'm logging into Oregon region, right? Yesterday. So same region I logged in. Okay. T2.micro is a pretar eligible. Have you selected yes or no? Any doubts still here? Okay. Just come down. And next step is to select the key pair. You can see key pair means it's an authenticated credential that will allow you to log into the server. You remember we have created a key pair yesterday. Guys, select the key pair that we have created yesterday. I created a key pair with the name AWS key. Have you selected? Yes or no? Okay. Now scroll down. Don't select anything on the network settings. Go with the default settings only. Okay. I need a response. I can see responses from only few. And once you select the default network, there is a select existing security group. Select existing security group. To launch a Linux server, what security group you need? Linux security group, correct? Now, select Linux security group only. You can see, I'm selecting the Linux security group only. Have you selected? All right. So when you launch a Windows server, you need to come here and try to select Windows security group. You can see Windows security group. But I'm launching a Linux server, so I'm selecting Linux security group only. All right. Slowly scroll down. And then you can see by default the root volume. That means C drive. It has been given as 8 GB for this. So we'll go with the default setting and then click on launch instance. Is it clear? If anyone is missing, just click on launch instance. That's it. Is anyone pending? I'll just click on launch instance now. I'll just launch. You can see my server is in launch state. Okay, let's wait. So come back to the instances, guys. You can see a Linux server is launching here. It should be in the running state. Is everyone observing? I can see my status text is initializing here. All right. So the status has to be completed. 2 by 2 check. It has to pass. Once the status text is passed, then you can try to connect the server from your local machine. How are you connecting? From which port you are connecting? SSH port, right? You can see the Linux SSH port has been enabled here, right? So it has to be there. So let it be created. So if it is not running, you can try to click on refresh symbol here. It will try to show you the refresh symbol. It will try to show you the running status of the Linux server. Let's wait for getting initialized. First, you need to select the instances on the left side, and you need to see this information instance one by one. Then you can see the server. You launch, right? Harsh, if you launch the server, you can see the server showing. I see a response from others where everyone are saying the server launch. Okay. All right. So click on refresh here. It should show the status of this. I'm still seeing an initialize check. Let it get by 2 by 2 check pass. Okay. What is status check? You can see here. See this status check detects the problems that may impair the server what you're running. That means it will try to pass the internet connectivity and the local server connectivity. Instance checks and system status. Total 2 checks will be there. It should pass. Then only you will be able to connect the server. Okay. Now see, it is green. System reachability check pass and instance reachability check pass. That means I can see 2 by 2 check pass. Everyone is saying status check has passed. Then only you will be able to connect the server. I hope everyone connected. Once it is running state, there is an option called connect. Correct? Click on connect option. You can see this. Right? Once you click on connect, there is an option called SSH client. Click on SSH client, or else not required. You can go with an EC2 instance connect on. EC2 instance connect, there is an option to connect button here. Click on connect. It will open a window with an SSH terminal. That is a Linux server you will be able to see on the screen. The connect option here. You can see my screen. This is the connect button. See, a black color window has to open. When you see this text, Amazon Linux 2023, everyone seeing the screen? Okay, I'll show you again. Uh, yeah, Vijay Kumar. Just select this check box. There is a tick mark here, right? You need to select the tick mark and then click on connect. You should select this tick mark here. You see this? Once you click on this connect, then try to click on connect and then come down and click on connect again. It will open a window. That means you have successfully connected the Linux server. See, you have successfully connected the Linux server. Is it clear? I hope everyone connected. Is there anyone who is facing issues? Anyone is practicing? If anyone had a doubt, let me know. Is there anyone who are not able to connect the server? All right. Is there anyone who is not able to connect? Yeah, someone had an issue that failed to create instance. So you can watch the recorded session again and create an instance properly. Okay, Omkar. Now this is how I can try to connect the server. Okay. For example, to check the internet connection activity. That means how would you check from your local computer if there is an internet connection or not? You will go to Google and type google.com. That's it, correct? You will get an internet connection. But how to check the internet connection from Linux server? Usually we'll use a ping command. You remember in the command prompt we use the ping command? Anyone? Ping google.com in your computer. Open the command prompt from your computer and click on ping google.com. If you see a response back, then you will be seeing a response that your internet connection is there because you had an internet connection for your computer at your local home. Now, when I'm trying to do the same activity in the Linux server, let's see if it is coming or not. Ping google.com. See, I'm getting internet action. Why? Because I enabled the outbound traffic 0.0.0 all traffic. You remember? Is that clear? When we try to enable the outbound traffic 0.0.0, I am trying to tell that I can access everything. Correct? I can access everything over the internet. That's why I'm getting an internet connection. I can access google.com as well. Okay? I'm when I'm trying to ping google.com from Linux server, I'm getting internet connection. Okay? But no one can connect my server because I have restricted the server to access through SSH port only. I just enabled SSH port only. Okay? So this is how I can connect the Linux server. Now let's try to launch a new server, that is Windows server. Go and try to click on launch instance. We will try to launch the Windows server. Everyone into the screen, click on launch instance and then type Windows server as a description and then go to AMI. Here I need to select the all Windows and the free tier. That means I'm trying to launch the free Windows free tier server. Okay. Now select the first Microsoft Windows 2022 because it's a free tier eligible. Okay, click on select. I selected the name. I selected the Windows Server machine image, and then I'm just coming down. I'll just leave this default t2.micro free tier eligible. This is the free tier instance type. That means what specification it had? 1 core CPU, 1 GB of a RAM. Correct? Just select that. Let me know if everyone selected the AMI. Yes or no? Did everyone select it? All right. Now slowly come down and then select the key pair. Key pair is the default, that is AWS key pair, which I already selected. I'll go with the default network settings. Now here, the security group, I'll select Windows security group. That means Windows security group. Okay. That means it will launch the server with an RDP port enabled. That means I can connect the server. What kind of an application this is? Windows server. Then what kind of a port it is needed? RDP port is needed. So I'm selecting the Windows security group. Was that done, everyone? Now, see, for Linux server, by default, C drive storage is 8 GB. Now, for Windows server, minimum storage for a C drive is 30 GB. Because Windows Server will have a more library files and the system files and the temp files and the configuration, right? So it will have a minimum of 30 GB of storage. All right, it is a by default storage. So select the Windows Server and come down and click on Launch Instance. That's it. We are going with the default settings only for your understanding. Okay, I am selecting Windows Server as well. See, my Windows Server is getting launched. Now, what is needed? The status has to change to the running. The status text has to go with 2 by 2 font. Okay, let's wait for the status. Click on the checkbox here. You will get a clear understanding. It's still in in-flight stating. You can see in-flying. Let it wait for a 2 to 3 minutes. It will take some time. Windows Server usually takes 2 to 3 minutes to generate a password. Let's wait. Okay, it takes time actually. So to see the status, just click on this refresh button. Okay, you can see this refresh button. Just keep try to do that. It will load. Okay. I'll just tell you how to connect. So first you need to select the checkbox. Then you can try to refresh. You will see the status. All right. So I see my status is also fast. Let's wait for some time. So sometimes it takes delay. That's fine. As we have given enough time, let's click on connect. Once you click on connect, there is an option called RDP client. You see this? RDP client. All right. Yes. Go to the connect instance and go to the RDP client. And then you can see there is an option to get password. Click on get password. And then you need to upload the key file that you have downloaded yesterday. You need to select from your local computer. You have stored the key file right yesterday. Select that and click on open. Okay. And then it is an encrypted form by default. That means it's already an encrypted form. For a security purpose, you need to decrypt the password. Click on decrypt. See, there will be a password generated. See this? There is a password generated. Go and do that. I need a response, everyone. If you tell, I will be able to know. Otherwise, you will feel disconnected. Just let me know if anyone had any doubts over here in the chat. So you have a password ready, correct? So now there is an option called download remote desktop file. You need to download the client. Click on download. See, there is a file downloaded. Just open that file from your local computer. You can see double. So once you see this option, click on connect. Here, username will be the administrator. Click on this checkbox, copy that and paste as an administrator, and the password will be here. Click on this checkbox, it will be copied. See this? I'm clicking on OK. Then it will try to connect the server. See? Is everyone able to see the screen, yellow screen? Click on this download button. Once you download, there is a file which will download to your computer. Double click on that and it will ask for the username and the password. Username is an administrator and the password is the one you generated. Once you try to type that, click on yes. Now you can see the Windows screen. Yes, yes, Sakshit. You will see a new server is getting on. You can, click on this maximize minimize button so that it will be compressed. You can see small screen there. Just try to do that. Give it some time, it will launch. Is everyone seeing the Windows screen? That means you successfully launched the Windows server over the cloud. I did not open this page. Once I click on connect, it will automatically open a server. Once you launch the instance, click on this connect button. Once you click on the connect button, there is an RDP client, correct? And then here from you need to generate a password, that is upload private key file, that is your public key file. Okay, and you need to decrypt. And then click on download remote desktop file. It will download a file in your browser download. Double click on that. It will ask for the username and password. Simple. Is it clear, Vijay? Everyone is able to see the username and password, right? Yes. Once you connect, enter the password, click on connect. You will see a windows like this. A new server will be launched. Is it clear, everyone? So in this way, I've successfully able to connect the server. See, and I can see the file explorer. What is the storage we have seen for the T2.micro? 30 GB of storage, right? See, there is a 30 GB of storage here. This local drive will have all the Windows specific files. You can see Windows, program files, and everything. Is there anyone who is pending on launching a server? Is it clear for everyone on launching a server? Is it clear? So that we are able to launch the server. Now go back to the instances page. Now, as we are done with the lab, then you need to select that particular instances and terminate the servers. Okay, options here. You can see either stop or terminate or reboot. You see these three options: stop the data and keep the server active. Stop the server and log off to the console and leave the class. Then you will be incurred with the charges only. So don't try to do that. So you are free to including your data, the server will be
Guys, I'm sharing the attendance link. So make sure that you are marking your attendance. Hmm. Hmm. Guys, if you have any query or question for me, let me know. And don't raise a hand, guys. So you can put your question in the chat box. Did Bala sir go away? Actually, there is some network fluctuation at sir end. So so if you have any technical query, na, so you can ask tomorrow in the session. So for now, if you have any query or question for me regarding to the LMS material, then anything from the Excel side, you can ask me. I'm not received link. Which link you not received? Feedback link. Yes, guys, if you don't have any query or question, you can leave for the day and we'll meet you on Monday. Tomorrow is a Saturday, okay? So on weekends, we don't have sessions. So our next session will be on Monday, but keep practicing. Enjoy your weekend, but keep practicing. Attendance link, sir. Gajanan, I shared that. I'm sharing that once again on the YouTube as well. Sir, do we have yeah, I'm not sure on that. Thank you, Amar, for assistant. You're welcome. Please send the recording link also. So coming to the recording link, there is no any such kind of thing for link. So you have to access the recording using LMS. Okay. Could you please verify from sir? He was not audible at the end. Yeah, yeah, no problem. Whatever we're missing now, we covered it on tomorrow. So good evening, sir. I didn't get the certificate of last course of digital marketing lecture. So Shravani, you can drop an email to EDL team. Okay. So we'll check on the same. Okay, sir is there, guys. So if you have query or question, you can ask me.
Sorry for the disturbance, everyone. It's a network issue from my end anyway. So I'll just go with the QA session for today. Okay. And now the final thing I would like to mention before we wrap up, you need to target the servers for sure. Okay. So let me try to show you. As we're done with the lab sessions, you just click on terminate servers. You can see this option. Just go to it. Just click on shutdown. So that means the server will be completely shut down now. No, you cannot stop. Stop means it will just keep the server active in your account. So you won't be able to delete them. That means the server will be still there. Whenever you log in tomorrow as well, the server will be still shown up. You just need to click on terminate. All right. Just click on terminate, please. Was it done? So once you refresh, it should go away after some time. It should be terminated. Termination means shutdown. Technically, in our physical computers, we have an option called shutdown, right? It's nothing but a shutdown is something it's completely off, right? So you're completely stop. Stop means shutdown actually. Okay. Terminate means completely delete the server. If you click on stop, it will try to shut down. That means whatever the shutdown option you see in your local computer, that is nothing but a stop instance. That means it will be temporarily stopped. Just please do that. So I know there are some technical issues from my end. I couldn't be effective on trying to further actually aspect. So that's why we just try to have only for the server launches with a different aspect. I hope the concept is clear for today for you, everyone, right? And definitely tomorrow we are going to learn further more. In the meanwhile, I'll be able to help you out with the Q&A session. Okay. Any doubts on this topics what we have discussed since last 3 days till today, I'll be able to answer. If you try to have any question in the Zoom chat, I'll be able to help you answer it. Okay. Certificate related questions, Samar will be able to answer after 5 to 10 minutes. Okay. So any questions related to technical things, I'll be able to help you out. Once you terminate the server, please log off from the console here. All right. Just please log off from the server. That means the server has to be terminated. Don't delete the security groups. Don't delete the key pair because that will be used for tomorrow as well. See, I just logged off. So that means for launching a server, what have we done? We just try to select a key pair, Amazon machine image, instance types, selected the security group which is required. We have selected the root volume that is by default 8 GB for Linux server and 30 GB for Windows server. And then we try to select the default network. All right. Key pair is for a security purpose. While logging into your computer, you need a username and password, right? In the same way, the cloud level, which is having a high level security encryption algorithms, it is required for a key pair that will be in encrypted form, correct? So, which will allow you to log into the server securely. We will definitely give you that PPTs into the LMS dashboard soon. Okay. So you just try to practice for now by seeing the recorded session, and definitely admin team will be able to help you with the PPTs. Okay. And assignments will also be available based on, there should be a test at the end of the batch that we'll be conducting. So that will be helpful for you to understand on the knowledge level. Any doubt? We will try to learn some more aspects. While we try to launch a server, we have a default storage right here. So we will try to work on the EDL concept tomorrow. That means we can try to create volume, we can try to attach, and then we can try to practice. All right. We will try to discuss what are the different storage options. You can ask questions in the Zoom chat. I am able to help you out. I see only response from few. Any doubts on launching the server and session for today and for yesterday's session? Please make sure to join the sessions regularly. That will definitely help you because each session is interconnected with the next session so that you can gain knowledge and understanding on this concept. Yeah, Sivasai, why RDP is not connected? Did you created a Windows security group? You have to create a Windows security group along with an RDP port enabled. Okay, then only you'll be able to connect the RDP server. Once you launch a server, it will be connected to the RDP port. So that means the security group has to be enabled with an RDP port. Then only you'll be able to connect the server. You can see the recorded session again and try to practice. And if you have a doubt, we can review again tomorrow as well. Pratik, what is your doubt about creation of VPC? We did not create any VPC. We are using the default VPC in the AWS console. Okay. We are using the default VPC in the console for now. When we are discussing on the network classes, I'll just tell you in brief about VPC. This is about only the computing classes, right? Launching a server and what are the aspects which are required to launch. Any doubts? I'll help you with other doubts. Did anyone have any queries? Since from the demo session for today or till today, whatever queries you can ask, I'm able to help you out. That's it, no doubts. I'm expecting some questions. What is the port number for SSH? Can anyone confirm in the chat? What is the port number for RDP? Yes, correct. SSH port number is 22 and RDP port number is 338. Someone had a question, what is the difference between PPK and PEM file? PPK is nothing but a private key. So PPK full form is putty private key. That means you will be able to connect the Linux server through an additional external tool with a putty tool. Correct? PEM is nothing but a private enhanced mail. This is a format which you can be mostly be able to connect to the Windows server as well. Okay. PPK file is used to connect the Linux servers through putty or other tools. PEM file is mostly utilized to be connected on Windows. All right. Anything else? So tomorrow we shall discuss something more, and we'll try to have some more modules covered under computer. Okay. Thanks for your time, everyone. Please try to fill the attendance.
Guys, I already shared the attendance link. I hope you mark the attendance. I'm sharing that once again. Please mark your attendance and share your feedback as well. And one more announcement. Tomorrow is a Saturday, so we don't have any session on Saturday, Sunday. So we'll meet you on Monday. So enjoy your weekend and keep practicing. Okay. If you don't have any career question for me, so we'll wind up the session for the day and we'll meet you on Monday. Hello, I have attended the mobile app development and for more than 65% attendance. So Pratiksha, you know that if you have any certificate query, you have to drop an email to EDL team, edl@xla.com. Pratiksha, I'm sharing that email with you. I hope you already made some time. Attendance link, sir. So guys, this class will be there for total 15 days. We are done with the 3 days, so 12 more days to go. Did you participant query? Sakshi, drop an email, please. Thank you. Okay, guys, so if you don't have any query or questions, so thank you so much for joining the session.